Good morning. She's early today. I know you're used to me being late. Today I'm early. I have someplace to go. I don't want to miss you again because of appointments. So I'm here early. Bat signal's just going out. See if anyone wants to join me. Important message. So I think it's important to show up today, even if nobody watches this until noon. It's okay. Hi, John. Center and grounding, trying to settle in. I see somebody else too. Tell me who's here. Is that Stefan? I don't have my glasses on. I can't see a thing. I don't know why I try. Hello, hello. Who else? There's a little bee. It's caught my attention. Hello. It's in the house. We may have to do a search and rescue in a few minutes. There's been a really strange thing going on with a lot of people that I've been talking to. And so I want to talk about it today. Till the cows come home. When do the cows come home? John, you know, that's a question that I've always had. People say, I'll do it till the cows come home. I'm like, but when? When do the cows actually come home? Like, could somebody help me to understand that a little better? Good morning, Rachel. Good morning. I'm letting people, I'm going to be silly for a minute while I'm going to let a few more people pop in so that we can talk. I named it today, Losing Self, is something like that, because there is a big part of us. This has been a process that we've been going through for a long time. Google it. All right, Google it and get me an answer on that, would you please? Thank goodness for Google. Well, how do we ever get along without Google? So check on the cows for me, because I got to know how long I got to talk here. So I don't have a lot of time because I got to get going here in a little bit. So we're going to go ahead and start talking a little bit about what's coming through to me today. And what is coming through really, really strongly. And I feel like there's many people that need to hear this. That's why I thought, okay, I'm going to skip out. I'm going to go to my appointment. I'm like, no, this has got to be done. So I'm here. So there is this sense of loss that's going through many people right now. This sense of change. It's a fear-based energy that kind of comes through to us. It's the ego that's trying to, hi Michael, that's trying to hold on, doesn't like change. Ego does not like change. Ego likes to try to keep everything pretty much the same. We don't want to get too fancy. We don't want to change things too quickly. You know how the ego is. It's like everything kind of has to stay the same. It's very comfortable to sit in the same miserable pool of water than it is to get out of the pool of water and pour a new bath. So that sounds kind of silly, but that's true. The ego doesn't like change. So we're going through a time of big change. There's just no way to get around it. Whether you're walking around the planet and you're in total oblivion and you have no idea what's going on, or you're more enlightened, you're working your way down that path to remembering your truth, and you're starting to really wake up. We're all going through a time of change. It's making the people that are really the sleepers, let's just call them sleepers, it's making them pretty crazy. You know, the news is full of all kinds of craziness because they just can't figure out how to deal with all of this energy. This morning, I just thought about that. This morning, just as I started, I wasn't really awake yet, but just as I started to come into wakefulness, my heart suddenly just, like, it's almost like they just come in and do open heart surgery. I've kind of experienced this many, many times, so it doesn't scare me anymore, and it seems to be changing too. So it's like all of a sudden, they just either hear in one of your different energy centers, there's this big blast of energy that comes through, almost like a cosmic ray of light comes blasting down through, and it hits a certain chakra, one of your energy centers, and it just goes boom, and it expands it. It's literal expansion. Like, oh, what was that? An expansion. Like literally, you just got to download, and it forced you to go to get bigger, that part of you, that chakra. So that's what I went through again this morning. And for a while, the way that it used to happen, it almost felt like, am I having a heart attack? What in the world is going on? And I would lay there and I'm like, okay, just whatever this is, I can breathe. I'm okay. Just going to let it happen. And then it seems as if the more we let that happen, the more it's not an unpleasant experience. Today was not unpleasant. It was okay. It was like, okay, here, have a big blast, an infilling of beautiful, positive. A bird just ran into my window. Sorry. I think it was a bird. It had to be a bird. It was really big. So, hold on. calm down. And it didn't hit hard. I think it's okay. It flew away, so it's all right. I love birds so much. So, sorry. Can you tell when I get distracted? I'm like a child. Recenter. Come on, message. Come back through again. So here's what I've been going through, and I wonder how many of you have been going through this too. Hi, Marianne. You've been going through this thing of feeling a sense of loss, a sense of almost like grief is what it feels like to me. It's not as intense as true grief, but it feels as if there's something that is coming to an end. My world is about to change. And my ego, I'm pretty good at working with my ego. So my ego is like, has had some moments of, gosh, I feel like everything is changing. It's kind of scary. And it's kind of exhilarating. And it's kind of beautiful too. So we go back and forth on this, roller coaster ride of the higher self saying, no, it's all good. I got this. Just relax. And the ego is still trying to hold on and say, don't go there. You might get hurt. You know how you got these two voices on your shoulders all the time. This one's like, oh, no, it's fine. And this one's like, ah. So I'm feeling that a lot lately. And I want to try to explain to you part of what may be going on for you. And I know what's going on for me. So I feel like we're likely, many of us are experiencing this. I have experienced it in the past many times. It took me some time to figure out what it was. And once I did, I was like, okay, it's all right. So we are actually experiencing parts of our ego dying off. That sounds like a bad thing, but it's not. You have this very egoic part of you that is very stuck in old programming, wants to tell you that, you don't want to advance, you don't want to move forward, you don't want to, it's always got that programming, you're not good enough, you're not this, you're not that. It pulls you into fear. Don't do that because somebody might laugh at you or you might get hurt or whatever. That's the part. So if we got to let go of something, if something's got to die off, it's really okay. It's really okay that part of us that's really not useful to us anymore. The more you tell the universe, here's the thing, the more that you tell the universe that you're ready for this change, the more you put off the energy of, yes, I'm ready. It's not like just physically saying, yeah, do it. It is more, be careful when you say that too. But it's more the energy that you're putting out. The universe, spiritual beings, those that are out of physical, they work with us energetically. They communicate with us energetically. Many people channel messages that sound just like the English language or whatever language, and you think, oh, well, they're talking to us in that language. They're not really. They communicate with us through energy. They don't have vocal cords. They don't need to talk. They don't need to mess around with words. That's why sometimes it feels so uncomfortable to have to try to talk to someone. Because the truth of you is you don't have to. You telepathically, through energy, you just are able to communicate. And we are too, believe it or not, between you and me or, anybody that's really in tune energetically, we are able to communicate with one another without having to pick up a telephone. Isn't that cool? We don't have to actually talk. We can just reach out. I've had that happen many times where I've thought, wow, I haven't heard from that person in a while. And my egoic self would want to go to fear. And my higher self, that part of me that I'm becoming, just goes, wait a minute, let me just tune in for a second. And I would tune into that person and I would get an answer. Oh, this is the reason. Okay, everything's fine. And I could go on with my day. We are that amazing. We can communicate energetically with one another. So, good morning, Lisa. Good morning, Tammy. Good morning, Nita. Good morning, glasses. Good morning, Nita. It's nice to see you guys. Thank you so much for popping in too. So, good morning, Melanie. So, what we are working on is this change. It's a change from that very egoic physical self into a more inline, online, connected self. So we're letting go of the old way of doing things, and we're learning how to communicate more effectively through energy. And as we're doing that, spirit works more and more, is able to communicate. They've always tried, but now we're becoming more and more aware. The veil is like, it's gone. Like they're just able to allow you. This morning as an example, this is funny. I wore a t-shirt to bed that said pink on it. And I looked over at my my windowsill in the bathroom, and I always take this B12 that says Pink on it. And I have been obsessively listening to music by Pink. And I had another thing. And I just put some bedhead in my hair that was in a great big pink container, and pink is everywhere. Pink, pink, pink. And I'm like, okay, what the heck? What is the pink? Why am I seeing so much pink this morning? It's everywhere. The word pink is everywhere. And then I went, oh, duh. Steve's son just had a baby girl yesterday. He's just like so proud of that baby girl. Pink, 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 pink everywhere. So it's a lot of paying attention to all of the signs and symbols around us, and being aware that it is so easy when we pay attention to loved ones, to angels, to guides, when we actually decide we're going to get in that receiving mode and really hear them or pay attention to the signs and symbols that they leave around us. It's like they're just everywhere. It's so cool to be in that space of just knowing that they are able to show us what they want to show us through different signs and symbols. So you love, love, love pink too. I am obsessed. Sometimes I get really obsessive with certain music, and she's got that new song out. All I Know So Far. Oh my gosh. Stephanie, I'm talking to you. It's like I play it. I drive my children crazy because I do this. I'll find one song. I've been like this for the longest time. I find one song and it's like I can't get enough of it. And I'll listen to it like 1 billion times until I know it inside and out, and every single... And I find that those songs, there's something in it for me. And until I really fully get the message from the song, I will continue and continue. It'll keep going through my head until all of a sudden one day it goes, okay, I got it. And then it goes away. Then it's like, okay, it's fine. I can let it go. So important to kind of pay attention to the music too. There's so many signs and symbols, so many things, so many ways that Spirit is showing you, helping you to find your path, your higher self. It's not always some outside resource that's helping you along the way. You are an avatar walking around the planet. That's the truth. You might have 10 or 20 avatars walking around the planet, and your higher self is up there, kind of the puppet master, if you want to say, not necessarily making you do things, but guiding you along the way, trying to help you to get to where you came, why you came here, and help you to find your purpose. And so when you're paying attention, you start to see those numbers. Who's been seeing triple numbers everywhere again? Everywhere. 999. I even had a very, very vivid dream with 999 in it. I was seeing 999, went to sleep, there it was again. I'm like, okay, hello. Lots of 111s. So it means endings and new beginnings. So be aware of that. I want to tell you that this morning. I don't have a lot of time, but we are in a time of a lot of endings. Parts of ourselves are coming to an end, which can feel very, very tragic. Like, you're pretty used to being you, right? You're pretty used to processing things a certain way. You look in the mirror and that's me, man. But we're coming to a place where that self, the way that very reactive self, that one that's always like, gosh, maybe they don't like me, or, I don't want to do that because of this, or I don't want, it's always that fear-based nonsense that's coming up, that old wiring, and that part of you no longer serves you. There's no use for it anymore. You don't need all that protection. The self, that part of yourself has been very, very overprotective for a very long time. So it is dying off, and it's okay to let it go. Have yourself a little ceremony, go outside, light a little fire, sit by the fire. Allow yourself to just come to that place of, I'm okay with releasing. I'm okay with letting go. I'm okay with letting go of all of those parts of me that are old wiring that are no longer serving me. Because the flip side of that is that 999, you're thinking, okay, it's an ending. It's time for a lot of endings. But the 111, what does that mean? New beginnings. We all have cycles, just like the earth. We all go through these, and it's a continual of just like the earth. In the fall, where the leaves change to beautiful colors and then they fall, and you think, oh, it's all gone. It's not gone. It's just resting. And then it moves into a brand new cycle again. And you and I, all of us, are coming to a big change. And we're releasing. Those leaves are falling. They're falling to the ground. We're beautiful. We've changed colors, and we've got all these, and now it's okay, because you get a little period of quiet time. And then you move into something brand new. And we all, individually are working into something new, and we all as a planet are moving into something brand new. So the more we're willing to let go of that old wiring, the more quickly we're going to be allowed to move into this whole new earth idea, this place of more peace and connectedness, oneness, all of that stuff. So hi Lisa. Oh, I see your, I did say Lisa. Hi Terry, good morning. Thank you for sharing, you guys. So please know that. Give yourself a big hug. If you're hurting today, if you're feeling like I'm losing something and I don't know what's going on, I promise you, on the other side of that loss is great gain. Allow yourself to go through this sense of I'm losing a part of myself. Those parts that you're losing, you don't want them anymore. They're just holding you. They're keeping you in a cage. That door is open. That beautiful bird cage that you've been sitting in, hiding yourself in, the door has been open for a long time. You just haven't seen the open door. You've been fluttering around the cage for a long time thinking, I'm stuck, I'm stuck, I'm stuck. And all of a sudden now, I'm telling you to look for the door. Just look for it. It's open. You can fly out anytime you'd like. You get those beautiful wings, and you can just go as high and as far as you want to go. And you are so supported. There are angels around you all the time. You have a beautiful team. You have this beautiful higher self. If you could see yourself, you would go, holy mama, why am I feeling small? That higher self part of you, who you really are, is unstoppable. There's nobody that would ever cut you down. There's nobody that would ever think less of you if they could see your true self. If you could see everyone else's true selves, you'd be the same way with them. We are all so magnificent and so perfect in so many ways. And it's time to begin to see that in yourself and reflect it out amongst other people, so that as we go out into the world, people go, wow, I don't know what they're on. I don't know what they got going on in their lives, but I want whatever they got. And they wake up. They resonate with you. You don't even have to use words. They just resonate and they go, yes, I woke up. Now I can be what they are. So be you. Please be you. Be beautiful. That's who you are. Thank you guys so much for popping in. I don't have a lot of time. Thank you, John. As I travel today, I've got to go to Atlanta, which is not my favorite place to drive. I really dislike Atlanta greatly. Just so everyone knows, Atlanta and Boston are on my two least favorite places to drive. So that's where we're headed for a little while today. So we got to get going here in a little bit, but I'm going to go ahead and finish this out with a quick meditation, and then I'm going to take off and go walk my doggy before I take this long drive. So you guys, please be easy today and take good care of yourselves. I'm sticking around a little bit longer, Lisa. I'm going to give us about a 5 or 10 minute meditation together if you'd like to stick it out. So we'll get our peace going. I need it as much as you do. So we're going to go ahead and call in the angels. We're already here. Calling in Archangel Michael for every one of us. Feeling that energy. I wish you could. If you can't feel that energy, I wish you could. And I hope that you'll start to tune in. Let that energy just flow on in, bringing the sense of being just wrapped up and safe and protected. There's nothing like it. I want you to feel yourself all centered. Put your feet on the ground. Tell your body, just say ground. Feel those roots go down into the earth. If you push your energy down there, you can do it. Just see yourself as a ball of energy and push yourself right on down into your feet. And then push those roots deep, deep, deep into the earth. Let's all go down into the earth for a second. The earth has a gift for each one of us. So see yourself there now, in those roots, pushing your energy down into the roots, and you see yourself moving down through. It's a little dark, and they're twisty and curvy, and they're going around and under and through, and all these different things, structures that they have to get around to get all the way to the center. And there you are, squeezing yourself right down through. Energy is beautiful. Now I want you to just pop right on out. And as you get to the bottom, I want you to feel that earth under your feet now. It's cold. There's a bright light. You're right at the core is right there, so close to you. You can see that bright sunshine. And you're okay. You're non-physical. No worries. And now as you go, I want you to look around. What do you see here? There's all these rooms. Every room is a little bit different. It's caves. And everyone has this bright light, a certain color that's just for you. Mine apparently is pink today. I'm going for the pink. Pink is all about love. Pink is all about the heart. What color are you after today? Whatever color you're seeing in your third eye right now, I want you to go to that cave. And as you get there, you'll see this well, a small well. And there's clear, beautiful, cold water in that well. And at the bottom of it, it's only about as deep as half of your arm. It's perfectly safe. There are these gorgeous crystals. You may pick out whatever crystal you'd like today. And as you lift up that crystal, I want you to feel the energy. It's going to feel good. So as we're going into, I want you to imagine that these rooms are all the color of different chakras in your body. And if you were drawn to a certain color, that's the chakra that you're going to work with right now. So red and orange and yellow and green and blue and indigo. All these beautiful colors. Imagine all the colors in the rainbow. Orange. What do you got going? What color? White. You might be going for the pure white. That's okay. You might even be going for all of them. You might want the whole rainbow. Moldavite. I love Moldavite. Purple, of course, Lisa. Excellent. Excellent. You're going for that third eye area. So as you are holding that, I want you to imagine that little stone that you've got is holding energy, and that energy is information for you. It's the answer to a question, and you have been thinking about something for a while. You've been wondering, yellow, perfect, I love yellow. You've been wondering about something. Lots of solar plexus people here today. Lisa, perfect, excellent, you're taking them all. Solar plexus is such a storing place to me. It's like you're storing all those things, and a lot of stuff in there isn't really that important anymore. That's where all that fear sits, that old programming that tells you that you're not good enough, all of that. So if you're really focusing on that solar plexus or any part of you, you want to just hold that rock in your hand that you picked up, the crystal, and see as it lights up. It starts to just send out lights in every which direction like a prism. And it's just beautiful, and it feels good in your hand. And I want you to imagine that answers are coming to you for those questions that you've had. I want you to imagine that energy is coming through that beautiful crystal, and it's going right to where it's needed for healing. You might need some healing around that solar plexus area. Your belly might be causing you a problem. All energy, all illness comes from some kind of blocked up energy. Some place where you've said you've had something happen, and you've got it all lodged up here, and it's gone to a part of your body, and it's put a blocked up energy, and you want to release it. So just allowing now for the angels, Archangel Raphael, allowing that energy to just go right back down through wherever it's needed, wherever the illness or the questions, the disease, or any blocked up energy, anything that you're stuck with that you're ready to release, just let it go. Let it go. Let that light that's shining in your hand go to wherever it's needed now. Just relax into it for a moment. Just be at peace. This beautiful energy. The earth knows just what you need. And it's all about letting go. If you aren't willing to let go yet, if you want to hold on to that pain, there's no judgment in that. If you're ready to let it go, you just release it. So I want you to take it now. I want you to take that beautiful crystal. And there is a beautiful one big well right in the center. And so everything now, I want you to focus on that crystal and everything that you are ready to release. I want you to feel it going through your body, down your shoulder, down your arm, and into that crystal. And the crystal may change colors when it starts to take on your energy, and that's okay. Kind of pay attention to what color it is. That's important too. And when you feel like you've let go of that thing, that energy that's holding you back, and you've filled that crystal up with it, you're going to take it over to this big center well. And you're going to just drop it, trusting. Just let it go. Don't try to hold on to it. Don't hold on. Just let go. Take it over and drop it. And watch what happens. All of us are doing the same thing. All of our crystals are going into the same well. It's like a great big soup. And now that we've all dropped them, the earth is making it spin. It's getting this beautiful vortex of energy, like a whirlpool. The big crystal washing machine. It turned black. Very cool, Marianne. Very cool. And so it's just spinning and spinning, and it's clearing them all out. It's taking all of that negative energy out of those crystals, and it's going all the way down. You can see that energy swirling all the way down, and it's going right down into the earth. And now there's this beautiful energy coming back up through. It's been recycled. The earth has taken all of that negative energy and turned it into light and love. And I want you to look down into that pool of water now. Where's your crystal? You'll know it by the feel of it. Go ahead. The water is still now, and your crystal's waiting for you. Go back and pick it up. Beautiful. I feel you guys. Your energy is shifting in such beautiful ways. So now you're holding on to that crystal, and this one you're going to bring back with you. You're bringing back all this beautiful energy. This is newness. This is the new you. You've let go of part of your old you, and you've brought in some new you. So hold on to that crystal. And we're going to start moving back together again. And as we come back into the same space, we're going to start moving right back up through the root system. So see yourself now. Just start pulling your energy back up through those roots. Take a big breath. Pull. Nice. And as you feel that warmth come back into your feet, feel your energy returning. Bring that energy, pull it all the way up like you're pulling up a garment. Just pull it all the way up with your rock in your hand. You're coming back into physical. So imagine that beautiful crystal that you're holding on to now. What color is it? Feel the energy of it. It is perfect, and it's a brand new part of you, and you're keeping it. You're keeping this. And every time you start to feel like, oh, I'm losing something, just take that again. You can make it you can go to your crystals, or you can buy yourself a crystal the same color. Your higher self knows what color you need. Might be pink for healing. It might be green, it might be purple. Amethysts are amazing. Anything that you see might be blue, whatever color. Maybe find one that can represent that. It might be pure white crystal, whatever it is. The next time you start to feel, I want you to take, if you've got one close, I want you to hold on to it right now and allow that energy to just fill it. So that the next time you start to feel insecure, feel like you're losing parts of yourself, you can just hold on to that crystal again and remind you that you are not losing anything. This process that we're going through does not involve loss. This process that we're going through is just a letting go. It's like losing skin after a sunburn. It's just letting go of stuff that no longer serves you. You're just getting rid of it so that you can come out shiny and brand new. So just use that crystal to remind you. Beautiful energy. Thanking the angels. Going all the way back into your physical now. Thanking Archangel Michael and Archangel Raphael. They were so present today. Thank you to all of your higher selves. Thank you to each one of you for joining me. I appreciate you so much. Rachel, my color changes. Could be, of course it can change. Of course it can. Golden citrate. I love that, Melanie. Perfect. White, Marianne, that's excellent. Thank you, John. Thank you, guys. That was really beautiful. I love that. And I love that you guys brought something back with you. Even if you don't have a crystal in your home right now, you might be gifted one. One of them might come along. Just let yourself be drawn. But you have it. You have the energy of the crystal. No matter what, you'll feel it in your hand when you need it. So just don't worry yourself too much about that, okay? Thank you guys so much. I got to get on the road. Good morning, Suzanne. Thank you so much. I hope you go back and catch up, Suzanne. Have a beautiful, beautiful day. Take good care of yourselves today. Asking Archangel Michael to stay with you today, wrapping you up in a beautiful bubble of protection, taking good care of you as you go out through your day. Remember that you're safe, that you can shine. It's okay to shine. It's okay to be you. Thank you so much. I love you guys so much. Take good care.